Alright, today we're trying to find all the rectangles that could have an area of 12. What might be one rectangle, because most of you have at least one drawn. What might be one rectangle that you could use that will have an area of 12? Lucy? A 2 by 6. So what Lucy has in her notebook is she has a rectangle. If you don't have this one, add it. She's got 2 by 6. She's going to label all dimensions. A equals, what does that A stand for? Sorry? Area. What's going to be my area equation?
1 times 4, sorry, 2 times 6.
2 times 6, because with area we always think array. 2 times 6, which equals, Gabriella? Damien?
12.
12, and we're doing area. So what's going to be my?
Square unit.
Very good. 12 square units. We good there? Alright, out to the side, I'm going to write P. What does P mean? What does P stand for, Dylan? Perimeter. Can you walk me through my perimeter equation?
2
2
plus 6
plus 6
plus 2
plus 2.
plus 6.
Oh, my marker will start to write thing. Plus 6. We went and traced every side. We did a walk around the shape. What's the perimeter for this shape? I'm going to actually write it above. You should have this written in your notebook. What's the perimeter for this shape? Kajir?
16.
16. Just units. Very good. 16 units, because we're not using full squares. We're not filling it in. Is there another way? Is there another rectangle we could make? You guys did a great job on that one. Eva?
3 by 4.
Ooh. Let's draw it out. 3 by 4. Maybe you're not sure if what you've drawn is going to equal the area, but when you make your equation, you can kind of double check. Okay, 3 times 4. What is 3 times 4? 3, 6, 9, 12. 3 times 4 is going to be
12.
Oops, may help us actually write 3 times 4. Now we're doing area, so that's going to give me
Square units.
square units. I'm going to finish labeling my dimensions so I don't forget those. What's going to be my perimeter equation? Someone walk me through that one. Susie, can you walk me through perimeter?
3 plus.
Hang on. So 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4. We did another walk around our shape. What's going to be the perimeter for this shape, Mason? 14 units. Very good. So we have two options, two different rectangles that have the same area. They don't have the same perimeter, but they have the same area. Is there anything else? There's one more rectangle that I can think of. Sam? a 1 by 12. Let's see if Sam's right. Sam, what would be my area equation? 1 times 12, which equals 12 square units. You could say units squared, that would be fine. Square unit. So does that shape work?
Yep.
Yep. What's going to be our perimeter? What's going to be our perimeter? Gabriella, can you help me walk out my shape?
Yes, ma'am.
Go for it.
1
1
plus 12 plus 1 plus 12.
Very good. What's going to be my perimeter? My actual perimeter. Gabriella did our equation. What's going to be my actual perimeter, Parker?
28.
24, 25, 26. Going to try that again? I would probably start by adding 12 plus 12. What's 12 plus 12? 24, and then we have 2 ones. So 26. There we go. 26 what, Parker? Units. We need McKenna to really get in the habit of making these equations. Perimeter is always going to be an addition equation for third grade purposes. Is area always going to be multiplication?
Yes.
What if I had a shape right here that looks like this? Is that an array?
No.
Can I use multiplication on that whole shape?
No.
No. I have one of 2 options. I can either go back and tile it and count it all.
No.
You could do that. I don't really want you to, but you can. Or I can break that shape up,
Break it up.
and now I have a rectangle. Can I do an array with that?
Yes.
Can I do an array with this one?
Yes.
Yeah. So be careful with area. It's not automatically multiplication. We got to make sure that we've made an array. We are going to be dealing with some tricky word problems. This is probably about as tricky as it gets with area and perimeter, but you have to know the equation. Right.
You let us show that.
No, the black. Yeah. You do need to have all 3 of these rectangles that we've made with an area of 12 in your notebook. Did any of those have the same perimeter? No. But they all have the same area. How did that happen? All 3 of these shapes have the same area, but none of them have the same perimeter. How did that happen? I thought area and perimeter were related. Gabriella, how did that happen?
Because whenever you add different numbers to different arrays or perimeters, it's a different number that you get. So like if I did a square that was a 7 by 6 and it equals 12 in the area, then my perimeter would be like maybe a 7 plus 6 plus 7 plus 6 equals something, and it'll give me a different number.
Okay. Susie, what do you think? Okay. Tajir, what do you think?
I think it's because they're different numbers and because they have different types of shapes, making their there's perimeter not right, well, not the same,
Uh-huh.
and also, like, two rectangles can have the same area, like last time,
Mm-hmm.
but they're gonna have a different, but they don't have to have the same perimeter.
Yeah, remember, they're measuring two completely different things. Area is all about the space inside, whereas perimeter is what is that outside distance around the shape. They're related because they could be talking about the same room, for instance. I could do area and perimeter of this room, but my area is going to be how much space is on the floor, whereas my perimeter is how much space do I have walking around this room. They both deal with squares, but they're still measuring different things. Alright, so we're going to turn in our notebook to question number... Oh, before we do that, let's back up and do this. I forgot we were going to do this. So talking about area equations of rectangles. We're not talking about these crazy shapes, like what I just drew a second ago. Ignore these for a second. Don't think about these. Just of rectangles. What kind of equation am I going to write for area? What do you think, Georgiana?
There could be a 4 by 8.
Okay, give me the, you remember when we did part, whole? When we said part plus part equals whole? Yeah. Can you give me a similar equation for area?
8 times 4 equals 5.
Where is 8 times 4 coming from? Just anywhere in the rectangle? Okay, so area, please write this down, equals S, which we're going to call side, times S, which is the other side. So Georgiana, what you were giving me totally works. We just had to tell me where those numbers were coming from. So she had a box, a rectangle that was an 8 by 4. Her whole area, we don't know, equals 8 times 4. The length of one side times the length of another side. Or we could say whole equals part times, nope,
Part.
Georgiana?
Why do you put side times side? That's technically perimeter, because you're counting all the sides.
You're right. Let's change that. Let's pick a different word. Since we are using area as array, can we say rows and columns?
Yes. Yeah.
Will that work? I like that. That's fair. You be writing this down. So again, if I'm trying to figure out what's the total area in this 8 by 4 box, I'm going to say question mark box equals my rows and my columns. Susie? Did you get what? Oh, yeah. Yeah. What about perimeter? What's going to be my perimeter equation? Not a trick question. What is going to be my perimeter equation? We've done perimeter. Hello. Thank you. We've done perimeter for about a week or so. What kind of equation am I going to write for perimeter equation? Lucy? Well, hang on. Let's start with P for perimeter. Going to equal. Okay, go. Side plus side plus side plus side. How come she did 4 S's? Why did she do 4 S's? Parker? Because a rectangle has 4 sides. Aiden Dawson, please write this down. We are still doing perimeters of rectangles. So let's bring this shape down. I might say, what's the perimeter of that shape? When you go, perimeter, do we know that? Does it tell us that? No. We're going to put box. But I have some sides I can fill in. 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus, and from there, I can figure out my perimeter. My answer sentence for this question might say 2 options for Larry's poster are blank and blank. What's going to go in those blanks? What's going to go in those blanks? Lucy? Yeah. Am I going to draw a picture in those blanks though? No, I might give a dimension. So I might say 2 options for Larry's poster are a 1x2 and a 3x4. Now those are not going to work for his options, but that's what we're looking for. Are we good there? Yes. All right, we know what we're doing. We've read the equation. What do we do next? What do we do next? Right here?
Make a plan and solve it.
What would be our plan?
My plan would be that we would find a perimeter of 16 inches.
Okay, how are we going to do that?
But
When we make a plan, it almost always involves some kind of drawing, some kind of model. Would we do circles and dots for this?
no.
Squares. Probably going to draw at least 2 rectangles or squares to at least have something to go off of. So go ahead and draw 2 rectangles that we're going to be using as our model. They don't have to be exact, but they're there to help us kind of visualize, okay, he's got a poster, here's kind of what it looks like, and we can go from there. Alright, so now we need to figure out how can we use this model to help us figure out what are these dimensions going to be for Larry's poster. What do we know about Larry's poster already? From the problem itself, what do I already know? Do I know the parts? Do I know the whole? Do I know? What do I know? You should not be looking at me. You should be reading the problem again in your head or looking up at the smartboard. Brian, what do I already know?
That the perimeter is 16 inches.
I know that the perimeter has to be 16. So instead of saying P equals side plus side plus side plus side, which I know, I'm going to write 6 16 equals blank plus blank plus blank plus blank. Because the only part of that I know is my perimeter, which is 16. I don't know any of the sides yet. So go ahead and write that equation down. Are we good with that? Do we understand how that works? Just like doing part whole, but we're doing perimeter side, 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 side. So what could be our options? Let's plug in some numbers. What could work? What could I try? Right here?
You can try 2 times 6.
Okay, is that my equation though, friends?
No.
No.
You can try 2 plus 6.
Okay, so we're going to do a 2 by 6. That's what you want to try?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 6. We are trying. We don't know. But I like that he used 2s. Because you know what? 2s are pretty easy to count with. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So 2 plus 6 is going to give me what?
12.
8. Look at your operations. Plus, and then another 2 by 6, or 2 plus 6, excuse me. 8. 8 plus 8
Equals 16.
16. Hey, will that work?
Yes.
Yes. All right, let's see if we can come up with another one. 16 is going to equal something plus something plus something plus something. Now notice Tysier chose 2 dimensions because he knows if my 2 is over here, my 2 also has to be over here. And if my 6 is up here, it also has to be down here. So I'm not picking 4 random numbers. I'm really picking 2 pairs of numbers. I might try 5 because I like to try 5. Let's do 5 and 5. What is that going to give me a total of?
10.
Dylan's the only one with me today?
10.
10. Okay, I need it to be 16 and I have 2 sides left. What could my other dimensions be? I need a total of 16 and I've gotten to 10 so far. And I need to add these 2 dimensions to give me 16. So what's gonna be my other dimensions? Sam? 3 and 3, let's see. 3 plus 3, that gives me 6. 10 plus 6 equals 16. Does that work?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So all we're doing is plugging in options that are easy math. Let's pretend, just for pretend, I said 16 equals blank plus blank blank plus blank. And I said, well, you know what? 10 is pretty easy to count by. I'm going to make one of my dimensions 10. So I said 10 and 10. Is that going to work?
No, it's already.
No, because I'm already too big. But I'm able to see that really quickly. And I can say, oh, 10 plus 10, that's 20. Way too big. Let me pick a new dimension. I've already done 2s and I've already done 5s. Could I try something else?
Yes.
Maybe I'm feeling, Aiden, give me a number. Single digit. 9. I like my 9s. Alright, let's give it a go. So I'm going to say 9 on this side, 9 on this side. What does that make? Give me a total of
18.
Uh-oh. But I need my perimeter to be 16, so is 9 as a dimension going to work?
No.
No. Another good dimension to start with, that's also pretty easy to add with. Way easier than 7, Parker. How about just one?
One.
Yes.
One.
One on this side and one on that side. So now I have 1 plus 1.
Two.
2 plus 2 more numbers is going to give me 16. I know that 2 plus 14 will give me 16. So what is 14 broken into 2 numbers? Ella? 7. Which will give me a total of 14, which will give me a perimeter of 16. Pick 2 per dimensions. Any of the, we've done 3 now. Pick 2 options for Larry and put them back in your answer set. Did we have to do anything with the area?
No.
No. We just had to figure out for, uh-oh.
Oh, geez, how do you put them in there?
Let's back up. We talked about how to put them in at the beginning. We said a blank by blank. So we might say a 2 by 6. And a 3 by 5. You can write times. Or you can write by, doesn't matter. So check this out. Row. We do have to do something with the area.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go back into the area equation. Alright, let's look at our 2 by 6. Right here. I'm gonna write area in blue so it's a little bit easier to see. What's gonna be my area equation? Do I know the area? Did it tell me what the area has to be?
No.
No, I don't know. So I'm gonna write A equals. Do I know my rows and columns?
Yes.
Gabriella, what are my rows and columns for this first shape right here?
There's 6. No, there's 2 columns and 6 rows.
So what's that going to look like in an equation?
It would look like a 2 times 6.
2 times 6. What's going to be my area based on that equation? Not a trick question. It's a 2. You should know this. Holy moly, friends. 2s, 5s, and 10s you should have memorized. This is a 2s. Ella Harris? 12 square units. Awesome. Alright, let's go over to this one. Does it tell us what the area has to be? Do we know the area? No. So I'm going to write A. I don't know it. Could I write question mark?
Yes.
Could I write box? Could I write squiggle? No. I could. It's just not going to be very helpful. What's going to be my area equation? Courtney? 3 times 5. 3 rows, 5 columns, or 3 columns, 5 rows. Back to 5. You should have that one memorized too. Parker? 15 square units. Good. Grace, what's up?